Daring Fireball by John Gruber Archive. Projects. Contact. Colophon. RSS feed. Twitter. Sponsorship. Bloomberg. Iros tilde Microsoft said to ask HTC for Windows on Android phones. Tim Culpin, Dina Bass, and Peter Burrows, reporting for Bloomberg. Terry Myerson, head of Microsoft Euro's Trademark S operating systems unit, asked HTC last month to load Windows Phone as a second option on handsets with Google include. Euro's Trademark S rival software, said the people, who asked not to be identified because the talks are private. Myerson discussed cutting or eliminating the license fee to make the idea more attractive, the people said. The talks are preliminary and no decision has been made, two people said. Any port in a storm, I guess. But what a terrible idea. Anyway, think about how fast this industry changes. 4 years ago, HTC was, by far, the #1 Windows mobile handset maker in the world. Igloo. My thanks to Igloo for sponsoring this week's DFRSS feed. Igloo bills itself as Euros and Internet Euros trademark LL actually like a Euros, which is a perfect description. Igloo offers blogs, calendars, file sharing, forums, microblogs, private Twitter and wikis. Everything Euros trademark D want. Eta Euros trademark S all modern including responsive designed for mobile devices and all configurable. Igloo is free to use with up to 10 people, free. So you can start building your own Igloo today. Elon Musk on the Model S fire. Elon Musk. For consumers concerned about fire risk, there should be absolutely zero doubt that it is safer to power a car with a battery than a large tank of highly flammable liquid. Really admire the way Musk and Tesla respond to incidents like this. Clear, plain language. Apple Euros trademark S stock price after product announcements. Friday, October 4, 2013. Halfway through his otherwise excellent piece today for the New York Times on the introduction of the original iPhone in 2007, Fred Vogelstein interrupts the narrative to insert the cookie-cutter bit about Apple being lost without Steve Jobs at the helm. It includes this. When Jobs ran Apple, the company was an innovation machine, churning out revolutionary products every 3 to 5 years. He told his biographer, Walter Isaacson, that he had another breakthrough coming, the revolution in TV. But under Cook, nothing has materialized, and the lack of confidence among investors is palpable. Apple product announcements used to routinely send its stock soaring. When Cook presented the latest smartphones in September, the iPhone 5C and the iPhone 5S, Apple Euros trademark S stock fell 10%. Leave aside for now the fact that Tim Cook has been CEO for only 2 years and that Vogelstein himself acknowledges that under Jobs, the revolutionary products came every 3 to 5 years. The stuff about the stock price is just nonsense. Apple's stock price routinely fell after products announcements by Steve Jobs. For all the lip service paid to innovation, Wall Street tends to be conservative, rewarding the conventional and punishing the unconventional. You can actually check these things. Stock prices and the dates of Steve Jobs' product announcements are matters of fact. October 23, 2001, introduction of original IPO, AAPL fell about 5%. January 7, 2002, Macworld Expo keynote, AAPL fell 4%. January 7, 2003, Macworld Expo keynote, AAPL fell slightly. January 6, 2004, Macworld Expo keynote, introduction of IPO Mini, AAPL fell slightly. January 11, 2005, Macworld Expo keynote, AAPL fell over 6%. January 10, 2006, Macworld Expo keynote, AAPL rose over 6%. January 9, 2007, Macworld Expo keynote, introduction of the iPhone, now seen as the biggest and most important product introduction in Apple, and perhaps industry, history, AAPL rose over 8%. January 15, 2008, Macworld Expo keynote, introduction of MacBook Air, AAPL fell over 5%. June 9, 2008, WWDC keynote, introduction of iPhone 3G, AAPL fell 2%. January 27, 2010, introduction of original iPad, AAPL was up slightly on the day, but then dropped and kept dropping for days. June 7, 2010, introduction of iPhone 4 last phone introduced by Jobs, AAPL